happens. So, this is some of my thinking here. If we make a play, maybe this forward or flanker here passes down to the net, this flanker would just take off and go to the net. This net guy would come on up. The quarterback would slide over. That's a pass. Quarterback can walk it, and maybe either that's a shot, or the net guy now comes up high, get above the PK unit, maybe receive a pass back here. This maybe things happen. This flanker could take off. Maybe that's a pass right here, quick shot, or just flank. This net guy comes in and takes a shot. So again, it's kind of right here in this area I want to work on. Some better tendencies. I think a lot of times we just move the puck. We can move it well, but we got to have purpose behind everything we do. One play I like is, were you and I talking about London? Or did I talk last night about it? A few years ago, I was coaching, it was London Junior Knights, their midget minor team. Played them up in Toronto. We played one or not. So basically, if we got a center, what's key on any face-off, our center's got to talk. Talk to your wingers, your D, where you're going to try to pull the puck, where you're going with it, so everyone's ready. So in this case, I think with the 18s, I've only worked on this one setup. I can't remember if we touched it. So this one here, if our center, a lot of times I look at our centers and I'll let them know, just smack it. Let's send it down in between their 2D, and we'll go be aggressive and attack it and go get it. But in some cases here, if we win a draw here, does this look familiar to you guys if we worked on this center ice face-off?
We have Rockies play over the weekend.
I believe I've seen it before, but not with us.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll just draw it. What we're going to do, if we win the draw here, this winger, same side winger as the D, is going to go to the blue. The center is going to release, come up this side, up the half wall, and this winger is going to come skate top of the circle. And what will happen, if this D backpedals a little bit, D is going to hit this winger right here with a pass. And then either things that can happen is either turn, kick it out to the winger here. If there's a lane here, go wide and just get the offensive zone entry going. So just a set play. It's kind of one
Could we work on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
We also did it as like a neutral ice recruit drill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, one, a neutral zone face-offs, let's say we're down here at center. And this is kind of similar to a degree what the center does with a center ice face-off. But this is the one that kind of kills me a lot when I see it, and the 18s are guilty sometimes. If our center wins the draw here, I've had many times then this D will take it and then send it up the wall. Here our center worked hard, just won the draw, and now we just gave it back to their defenseman. So on this play here, here's what we do. Say we went it to board side D. This D will start backpedaling. And as a D, do you guys stay in a straight line?
Oh.
What do you call it? What should you do?
Staggered.
Stagger, yeah. It's a thing that's on doors.
Hinge.
Oh
my God.
I got you, Rocky.
No.
So always
I got left
be
hanging
hinged
on
with
that.
one another, okay? You don't want to be straight line in case they could get in, get them closer to the puck. But here's what I want. This winger, if we win it to the D, our first thought, we're going D to D. This winger would slash up to the wall. Center here is going to release, go up the wall here. And this board side winger, you're going to slash through the middle. So if this D gets the puck, those options can be maybe if this lane is open, hit him, streak in, or hit it up here. Again, just gets us with zone entry. So I can't remember what handouts I got. I'm not sure where I left off with handouts. I know I owe you more, but is that something that's in your folder? Say we got an opponent leaving, our zone. This is the puck carrier. Let's say this is our back checker. Let's just say we got our D. Eventually, as this guy's moving up, we're rolling that way. What's the rule? What should you be thinking if you're back checking and you see this guy carrying the puck? What's going through your mind?
Inside the dots.
Back check on the inside of the dots.
Yeah, back to the
Yes.
side. They're doing it.
What
Force
else?
him wide if you can get to him with high
Push him
pressure.
towards the boards.
Angle.
Say it.
If you can get to him with high pressure.
If you can get to him before where?
The red line.
If you can, no, it's good. I mean, that's what I want dialogue here, because like I do this with the 18s last night. I had one group, interacted and talk all the time. The other group just sat there and, which I don't like that. I'd rather you guys talk. Don't worry about if it's, not the incorrect decision. There could be multiple things to do, but, just let's open it up and talk. So yeah, if you're back checking, you're coming hard, and you feel you can get to this guy between the blue and the red, by all means do that. If not, peel off and go wide, take this outside weak, because what this allows, this guy's coming through, our D can shift laterally a little bit and apply more pressure on him, and now this back checker as a winger, he's picking up anything weak side if their other players are coming, and you're taking away that, okay? But it's all, you're talking to yourself right here, thinking, okay, if I got some speed, and you're watching this guy, is he a slow player, is he moving quick? If I can get to him, by all means go. Maybe it's a long reach, get a stick on it, just enough to poke the puck away. So just something to, think there on the back check side. And then once all this happens, they enter zone, and obviously D zone coverage comes into play and all that. So, but yeah, you were correct too on Brady, as you said. The rest of the guys, if we're back checking, always back checking between the dots. You're no good to us if I got a back checker along the wall here and they're carrying a puck here. You're not doing nothing for us. So everyone just always back check between the dots. All right, just to get back into play and take away, help out the middle of the ice. So. Say we got an opponent leaving, our zone. This is the puck carrier. Let's say this is our back checker. Let's just say we got our D. There, eventually, as this guy's moving up, we're rolling that way. What's the rule? What should you be thinking if you're back checking and you see this guy carrying the puck? What's going through your mind?
Inside the dots. Back check on the inside of the dots.
Yeah, back to
Yes.
the side. They're doing it.
What
Force him
else?
wide if you can get to him with high
Push him
pressure.
towards the boards.
Angle.
Say it.
If you can get to him with high pressure.
If you can get to him before where?
The red line.
If you can, no, it's good. I mean, that's what I want dialogue here, because like I do this with the 18s last night. I had one group, interacted and talk all the time. The other group just sat there and, which I don't like that. I'd rather you guys talk. Don't worry about if it's, not the incorrect decision. There could be multiple things to do, but, just let's open it up and talk. So yeah, if you're back checking, you're coming hard, and you feel you can get to this guy between the blue and the red, by all means do that. If not, peel off and go wide, take this outside weak, because what this allows, this guy's coming through, our D can shift laterally a little bit and apply more pressure on him, and now this back checker as a winger, he's picking up anything weak side if their other players are coming, and you're taking away that, okay? But it's all, you're talking to yourself right here, thinking, okay, if I got some speed, and you're watching this guy, is he a slow player, is he moving quick? If I can get to him, by all means go. Maybe it's a long reach, get a stick on it, just enough to poke the puck away. So just something to, think there on the back check side. And then once all this happens, they enter zone, and obviously D zone coverage comes into play and all that. So, but yeah, you were correct too on Brady, as you said. The rest of the guys, if we're back checking, always back checking between the dots. You're no good to us if I got a back checker along the wall here and they're carrying a puck here. You're not doing nothing for us. So everyone just always back check between the dots. All right, just to get back into play and take away, help out the middle of the ice. So. And they ice it. So what do we want to do here? I think we ran it a little bit. Tyler.
The quarterback will come and collect it.
And then the two
The-
flankers
I'm cooking.
Go.
Swing.
The two forwards swing
Okay,
past the dots, and then the bumper and net front sit on the blue line looking for a
so
stretch
these
pass.
two flankers be like right here,
No,
going
they,
down.
they swing lower.
No, man, they're skating this way.
Within the dots, yes.
No.
No.
No, on the
They,
outside.
they swing.
Yeah.
I want these
Time
flankers
out.
almost just riding the boards.
Yeah, they swing past.
But this is all timing. You gotta see where your quarterback is with picking up puck. We don't want you two to swing here and he's just getting the puck, and then before you know it, you're way up here. You're not a pass option. So time it, watch him, know when you need to start accelerating. But I almost prefer you to guys to touch the dots, swing, wide. What happens at the blue line here,
The bumper and net front.
and where do they go? Who goes where?
The,
In this setup, if I got bumper and net right there.
the bumper goes to the blue line.
This
looks
side.
for a stretch pass, and the net guy goes to the other
He
blue
goes
line.
there.
Yeah.
Now as we're coming down, quarterback comes out, he's skating the puck right through here. He's got flanker. What are these guys doing?
Nets slashing through the middle.
Slashes could just go right to the face-off
And
dot,
then bumper goes across the blue.
across the blue, and then maybe once you're down here, you're almost like maybe set a pick. So this quarterback comes through, you got the options, you could pass it wide, maybe hit the net guy here. So if the net guy caught the pass here, what should happen next with him?
Hit the flanker.
You can maybe that's a catch it, or if you time it right, nice bump pass to him. Now we enter the zone. Let's say these two flankers are coming in. What should we do now?
Drive net.
Just attack. You know, we've done all this. We gain zone entry. Even if it's just these two guys, attack the net, go, see what happens. Worst case, we don't score. Goalie makes a save. Now we got to face off in their end, and we can set everything up. But why not reward yourself for doing all this, and now let's just attack that net. Come in, whether that's a shot or a quick pass and a shot. So that's kind of putting all the elements together there. You got questions? Stop me. Let me know. Let coach know. With their bumper, it had the bumper still a 1-3-1, but what they did, they had their flankers or quarterback, but this bumper came way up high. And these quarterback and the bumper might have been 5-10 feet apart, and quarterback passed it to the bumper here. This flanker came up high, bumper slid it to him, and then this flanker slid in, I don't know how many times, hit him right here, back door, and it was a goal like every time. They got it, I think, a couple against us, but then I watched them in some other games, and that was just a set play of theirs. And I think I even did some YouTube videos a number of years ago watching them, and it was just, fun to watch, with that. So that could be. On the PK, the 1-2-1, what's key is if, the puck goes back, or D's here, our F, whatever, let's call them F1, is going right here. Just stop at the hash, come to a stop. I don't want you chasing, getting lost. Basically what you're doing is allowing them to come out of the zone. Even if you were chasing them a little bit, and you're coming in, force them, take a look, maybe coming out this way. Always force them to come out on their backhand. That's something they're not accustomed to. So if this guy was a right-hand shot, he's going to be more comfortable exiting this side versus this side, because now he's got to maybe turn the body and everything and try to make a pass. So always look for those little things. Even on a forecheck, where it's 5-on-5 play, is look at what hand he is, and always force him to go out on his backhand. But anyway, with this here, we got this. This is the part that sometimes we lose it, or we forget. We talked with the 18s last night too about this, but F1, you just stop, let him come out. Let's just say he decides to come out this way with the puck or make a pass. But at the time, we're skating backwards. As soon as they make that pass, and that's when you attack. D1, or if it's an F2, whatever on this side, you're just coming in. This D2 will just slide over here. And F2, you're just going to the center of the ice, and by that I mean this center of the ice, to take away any long pass going weak side. So, and what this does here, you're forcing to create turnovers in the neutral zone. What you're doing, you're taking away the wide side of the ice. force them to, commit a mistake. And, even if they get up here and get through it, but and say they decide to dump it in, to me, you just created a turnover. So, especially on a power play. Normally, you want teams to probably carry the puck in the zone on a power play, whether 5-4, 5-3. So, but it's just key. But sometimes with the 18 against Pittsburgh, we had guy was skating, we were putting pressure, but our P1 and our F2 all of a sudden just started skating backwards. And we're just giving him all this ice here to still keep in. Then I was like 3 wide here, and they were entering his zone, no problem. So again, it's where we attack right here. And this goes back, I think I've shared it before, a buddy of mine, Keith Morris, he's a general manager at Anchorage Wolverines, who I work for. When he was coaching AAA, coached against them. Keith lived here, he played back in the day, played for the Columbus Chill. He's actually from Winnipeg. But this came from, he was running it a number of years ago. It comes from Jeff Jackson, who's now the head coach of Notre Dame. But Jeff Jackson ran it years and years ago when he was head coach at Lake Superior State. So, I mean, hell, this is probably 25 years old, but to me it's effective. So
not many teams running either, so they don't expect it.
Yeah. And I thought Sunday we did real well with it. There's times they would get to the neutral zone, we'd take it, send it back in, or they were confused on what to do. The other side of this too, what we can do is sometimes, in this case, we're taking away the middle of the ice on the 1-2-1. The other one we can do is a 2-2 swing. And what you're doing on this one, you're forcing them to come to the middle, so it's just opposite. But what it is say we dumped it in, their D get it. These 2 forwards would just go down low, swing, and just start skating backwards. So we're taking away the width far outside of the ice in essence. But what we're trying to do is them come through and then force them in the middle, and then this is where then you would attack. So it's 2 different looks. If you go against a power play, they're breaking out, and they realize, okay, that team's, the 1-2-1, they're taking away the middle, and then now this setup here is taking away the width, and you're forcing them to come to the middle versus the other way, you're forcing them to go wide. So a couple different looks,
We're gonna call that like during it or like. during
This is
face-off
2-2
call?
swing,
Yeah, and then 1-2-1.
and then 1. So when F2 comes down, say you're pushing a guy down here, what you're going to use the top of the face-off dots as your demarked. That would tell you turn your toes back into the middle. And I'm fine now if they're coming down. The D can be in this piece of the pie here, and then maybe if he keeps coming, this D would resume the push down. But now a couple scenarios, if this, say he turns, goes back up to the point. So if they go, again, it's all about dot lines. If they went a D to D pass from outside to outside of the dot line, who picks up the push down? F1 would. So when F2 comes here, F1 would pick up the push down here, get it going. Where does F2 go? Replaces F1.
Yeah.
The seam.
Yep, because this is important. Take away any seam passes for one-timers.
Big brain.
Yes, sir.
Now, if this D, he's still outside, and this D is here, who picks up the push down?
Where, sorry?
If the D's outside the dot line here, but this D's on the inside, who picks up the push down?
Would it be
50-50 chance.
F2.
No.
F1.
Oh wait, yeah, F2.
F2.
Sorry.
I will give you the big X,
So
Tyler.
here's 2 things. So if they pass from outside to outside of the dot line, F1 would pick up the push down. If it's an outside to inside or a inside to inside, F2 would just always resume that push down. And F1 here would just stay in his spot. Sticks are here, taking away any passing lanes, and all that type of stuff. So this is where the little new elements of this is just top of dots, your guide to tell you to turn your toes and come back to the middle. And the D before, we were kind of teaching where having a skate or at least your stick in this triangle, but now I'm fine, I'm gonna push you out into the triangle here. So So, guys are doing well. Some things too, since we got kind of a breakout, offensive zone entry. Say we got, we'll call him F1. Say I got F3 here, F2's here. Maybe that 1D is trailing behind, but okay, offensive zone entry. Say the opponent has their D here. How should this zone entry shape up?
F1.
F1 takes the puck.
Yeah, F1's here with the puck.
F-
He's going wide.
F3 goes to the net.
F2 bounces left the defense, or closest one.
F3 cuts the heels. F2.
Earlier, yeah, no, but now say it again.
What, F3?
Who's cutting the heels?
F3.
F3. Why is that?
Because he's the second one.
He's the next guy furthest up, right? Even though he's on this side of the ice, he's got to come over here, cut the heels of that defenseman, and it's like ricochet off. And then F2 can come in behind, but maybe this is just a set little play here, and then this guy could come back around. Maybe that's a shot or a quick pass, and then maybe a quick pass back here, and then a shot. So just on that zone entry. I mean, there's things we can do too. You know, if we're coming in, we talked about it before, and this is another, I'm not going to try to lose you guys, but part of this, if we come in, maybe the way we read the ice, maybe we throw that puck into that corner. Because the killer for us is a lot of times you guys want to try to stick handle through 2-3 people, and 7-8 times out of 10 doesn't happen. We lose the puck. All it takes is a defenseman just to get a stick on it, then we lose it. Now it goes the other way. So we just wasted, I don't know, 150, 180 feet of ice that we made it through, and then we can't finish. So, but anyway, so if we can do that or trip the puck in here, then if that's the read, then F3's got to read that, and then he would go in and get this. And then what I would do, F2's coming in, I'd probably just have, well, if he could come around F1, come into this area, I'd probably send F2 down here. Because what I like to do, again, terminology is transfer the puck. So if we get it here, is send it over here, and then maybe we get this, and then this is called like a Chicago low to high, and we send it up. And this is why it's important on our zone entries. You know, if we cross the blue, I better not have 2 defensemen right there. If they get in the zone, we're down in this area. I should have 2D inside the blue immediately. Join the rush. Everyone's got to go, okay? I think a lot of that's just comfort zone for a lot of you guys, but I'd rather, failure is good. That's how you're going to learn. So I'd rather have you get up if something happens and, whatever, but that's the only way you're going to learn, okay? So, but this gets into something else I'm watching. I think I'll maybe share this maybe next week with you guys. But part of it too is offensive zone play, more or less offensive zone concepts, is this type of thing. Always spread the ice, go wide. And then one thing is that we'll have to teach you, if this player gets a puck and he decides to carry it up the wall, as soon as they hit the hash mark, that activates our 2D. Let's just say we got a D and a D here. That activates our D, where D got to move and you're part of the play. So things that can happen, and this one's a Chicago roll. So if we hit that, this D would just take off and almost go to the quiet area. And this D can step out of the blue line, come back in, and then maybe that's a quick pass. Maybe walk it, get hit this guy over here, or give it right back as he rolls, pass here, and then a shot. So just some of that offensive zone concepts, but to teach you guys, this is something newer, but how to spread the ice and then, work it low to high and, all the activation. But it's getting the D to activate. Like I said, a lot of times I see this, our winger might come up and we hit the hash mark, but then that's the green light for the D to activate and move. And we'll work on that in practice, so don't worry about that. We got our D, got a forward and a forward. And that push down, what we're using, this is one of the videos I want to do. This forward, you're pushing down. You always use dot lines, dot lines, dot lines. The push down here is just pushing their player down the wall here or down the line. But as soon as you would get to the top of the face-off dot, that's when you turn your toes and you go back to the middle. this D, you can come in and be inside that piece of the pie and then pick up the remaining, maybe that push down. Now if they go up high with it, say pass to the D, and if they're outside the dot lines and pass, it's gonna be this F who's in the seam here, he would go out and resume the push down. But anytime if this D made a D to D pass from outside to inside or inside to inside, this F1 would always resume the push down. But I'll draw that up, I won't confuse you anymore. You know, I'll get a lot of this drawing, put it in your folder, we can talk more. So. There's a quick strike, just to set things up. So I'm trying to win the draw right here. What hand and what hand? Actually, I'm gonna probably move that wing.
Oh, thank God you're saying this. I know, but everyone else is oblivious.
So if I'm setting this up, what hand shot should this winger be?
Left.
And what hand there?
Right.
Why is that?
They face facing that beforehand.
If
Your
it's a
forehand, but also your stick, and if that puck comes, your blade and puck is furthest distance away from the defender.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is a quick strike, so if we win it here, left-handed shot could come. Options are, the quick strike is just come through here and take a shot, or this D can peel off, and maybe that's a quick pass here for a quick shot as well. And same too, I would like the right-handed shot here on this side. Don't be on the hash, go over here, but in case that puck was won and it came here, you still get it on your blade, and that's a quick shot. All right, so.
Also, wingers cut the other winger off. Don't just let him go straight through you.
Yeah,
If it's like a
Yeah, if
draw,
you're-
you know, like
Give me that back.
yeah.
a tie.
Like center,
Rocky, there's one right in front of you.
center responsibility is just hold your center, you know, for maybe a 2 count, just to hold them, so he can't go through. So, because yeah, what you're doing too on these quick hits, you know, on the defensive side, if they're, you know, winger and a winger, you know, if that draw is going here, you know, usually that should be taught whether this winger is going out to that point and this winger is going out to that point. So that's why if we get it, just a quick shot. So. We'd probably use this if we're playing a very fast team that exits quickly. And I did this with the 18s up in Detroit when we played Michigan Elite. We played them the second time. I think we ended up losing 4-2 empty netter, but it was a good game. But yeah, what that is all we're doing is basically this. So 1-1-3. Let them come out of the zone if they're going to come out quick. So maybe a pass is made, winger here, coming up the wall. But then this is where everyone just starts coming, you know, just a little bit watching the play, watch here. So we take away any passing lanes going wide. So the 1-1-3 is just trying to disrupt here in the neutral zone, create a turnover. So instead of, you know, doing a 2-1-2 or whatever, forecheck, and maybe if they got quick outs, then 2 of our guys get trapped. So nothing really fancy on that, just and I know we had Michigan Elite too, you know, their player would come flying up here and he saw that, and then all of a sudden what he was doing, he was button hooking and going all the way back in his zone to reset up. So because he's like, oh shit, they're taking away the middle here, and that was our set plays, come up, hit the middle and attack. So